I welcome you all to School at 5, and in this particular session, these are the questions that I want us to answer and revise together. So these are good questions that we are going to go through. So these are paper 1 questions. You get to find such questions in paper 1. So I want to teach you how we can go about these questions. And the good part is that knowing how to answer these questions, it is just the same as opening up your mind to other questions. This is the good part with mathematics. Knowing one topic is more like understanding another topic, or having more clear understanding, or improving your IQ on other topics. I guess we are all connected even as we get to answer these particular questions together. I guess we've all tuned in and we are all connected to this. Let us now go to the first question. The first question is saying solve the equations. So this is School at 5. Make sure you get to join in every day 05, even as we get to revise through some important questions together. So we are looking at paper 1, and these are the questions that I want us to answer together. I know most of you know how to go about these questions and how to answer them. It is known, but I just want us to revise through them. The first question, we are told to solve the equations. So let me say solutions. How can we answer these particular questions? The first question there, which is given, we are given 3 to the power negative p, which is equal to 1 over what? Over 9. That is what you are given. How can you answer that particular question? For you to answer this question that you are given, you need to ask yourself that, okay, this one, this is having power negative p and base of 3. This one is 9. So you try to change this one that is in a fraction form to a whole number like that. So you change from a positive index to a negative index. Changing it to a negative index, we are going to have 3 to the power negative p is equal to 9 to the power negative 1. It is just one and the same. So I have changed from a positive index to a negative index. It is at this point where I can now know that, okay, this is 3. This 9 can also be written in base what? In base 3. So it is just the same as 3 to the power negative p is equal to 3. How many times can we multiply 3 to get 9? It is 2. So it is 3 to the power what? Power 2. Then times the negative 1 that is there. That is what I'm going to do. There is already a negative 1 there, so I just need to multiply. So this is just the same as what? So whenever you've got same bases, we just equate the powers. So we've got base 3, base 3. So it is just the same as equating the powers for us to get the answer that we are looking for. So what we are going to do, we are just going to say this is negative p, which is equal to 2 times negative 2. That is negative 2. 2 times negative 1, that is negative 2. Then here, we just divide both sides by negative 1 so that we cancel out that negative, meaning that p is therefore equal to 2. So this is the answer. P is equal to what? P is equal to 2. I guess everyone is able to see what is happening. So this is the answer. That is the answer that you are supposed to put there. So that's how we need to answer that question. If you come across such a question in an exam, that's how you are supposed to answer it. I guess we are able to see what is happening. So that is how we get to answer questions that do come in an exam. And this is how we are supposed to go about them. We now move on to this one that is there. So let me write it here. we are given 2 to the power y plus 3, which is equal to what? Equal to 4. That one is simple. This is a simple question. How can we answer that one? Or how can we go about that one? This is in base 2. This is base 4. So we need to change this one into base 2 so that we just equate the powers and solve the equation. So what I'm going to do, this is 4. How can I write 4 in base 2? So I've got y to the power, 2 to the power y plus 3, which is just the same as 2 to the power 2. It is just one and the same. So 2 to the power 2 is just the same as 4. At this point now, I just need to equate the powers. So it is just a matter of equating the what? Equating the powers. So I want you to follow me clearly. Here, I just need to equate the what? The powers. So once I equate the powers, I'm going to have y plus 3, which is equal to 2. Then I solve this particular equation where I'm going to have y, which is equal to 2. This is positive. When it goes inside, it becomes negative 3. So meaning that y is equal to what? Negative 1. That is the what? That is the answer that you need to understand. I guess we are all able to see how I'm answering these questions and how I'm solving them. This is how we are supposed to solve them. I guess this is simple. You are able to see how I'm handling out these particular questions. So if you get to encounter such questions in an exam, this is how you are supposed to answer them. So you just need to make sure that you answer them the same way I'm answering, exactly the same. And I guess you are getting something. And those of you that have not yet joined my lessons, make sure you join now. I help you at an affordable fee. So these are online lessons. So you get to start now. Call me or drop a text on WhatsApp. The best way is to drop a text on WhatsApp on my number. That is 0971 066747. Let me help you. So 0971 066747. Let me help you get a distinction in an easy way. Are you struggling with mathematics? Maybe you've got challenges with the science, which is a combination of physics and chemistry. Maybe you've got challenges with biology. Let me help you handle biology. So I'm here to help you. I'm your tutor for 3 subjects: maths, science, and biology. Let me help you in an easy way and how to go about them. We are now on question number 2. Question number 2 is saying, evaluate the following. So we want to evaluate these ones that are here. So I'll be writing them from here. So let me wrap this. I guess you've seen how I've answered these particular questions. So I want to evaluate this. I guess we are able to see what is happening here. This is 27 over 8 to the power negative 2 over 3 plus 3 over 2 to the power 0. How do we work out this? So what you need to understand is that when this power, which is negative, when it changes to a positive, these two numbers that are in here, this fraction, they are going to reciprocate, meaning that we are going to have 8 on top. So this is a, we are going to have 8 on top over the 27 comes down, then the power is going to be a positive, which is 2 over 3. That is what we are going to have. Then I say plus. There is a plus here. So this is plus 2. This is 3 over 2. To the power what? Power 0. Under the rules of indices, we understand that anything less to the power 0 is equal to what? Is equal to 1. So this whole thing is raised to the power 0, meaning that this is just the same as what? it is just the same as 1. I guess we are able to see what is happening there. It is just the same as what? Same as 1. It is just 1 and the same. So since this is just this 3 over 2 power 0 is just the same as what? Same as 1. So this is what we are going to have. Then after having something like this, I want you to know that. So I want people to be connecting. Make sure you are connecting every day 05. You are training your mind. You discover that you are going to be used. You won't even be facing challenges. I know some people fail to wake up at 05 and attend my class, but due to time, you are going to be used. So now, what it is here is that what I need to do now, this number 2 over 3 is just applying to 8 and 27, both numbers. So this one, this is a root, this is a power. So when we go to 8 here, I'm asking you that which number can we multiply 3 times by itself to get 8? And that same number, we square it, we put power 2. So it is just the same as 8 is raised to the power 2 over 3, then over 27 raised to the power 2 over 3. Then there is a plus 1. It is just 1 and the same. So I'm asking you, which number can we multiply? This one can also be written as this. We've got 3 there, 8 there, then power 2. It is just 1 and the same. Even the 27, it is just like this, 3, 27 there, then power 2. It can also be written as this. So you ask yourself, which number can you multiply 3 times by itself to get 27? It is 3. 3 times 3, 9, times 3, 27. Then power 2. So 3 power 2, we get a 9. So the answer is 9. The number that you can multiply 3 times by itself to get 27 is 3. Then the same 3, we square it, we get a 9. We go here. Which number can we multiply 3 times by itself to get 8? It is 2. 2 times 2 times 2, you are going to get 8. The same 2, square it, you get a 4. So meaning that this is 4 over 9, then plus 1. This is what we are having. We want to evaluate that part. I guess we are all able to see what is happening. So I want to evaluate this part that is here. This is just the same as 9 times 1, that is 9, plus 4, that is 13. So 13 over 9. This is the what? This is the answer. You are done. That's how you are supposed to answer it. Move to this one. So we move to B, which is 5 power 0 plus 5 to the power 1. That one is so simple. How can we go about it, or how can we answer that one? This one is so simple. So the way in which we can answer this one, a question comes, okay, evaluate that. You know that anything less to the power 0, it is 1. Plus anything less to the power 1 is equal to itself. So 5 less to the power 1 is equal to 5. Finally, what is the answer? The answer is just what? The answer is just 6. So 5 plus 1 is 6. So this is how you are supposed to answer these questions. The same way I'm answering them out, this is how you are supposed to answer them. So make sure that you are able to see what is happening here. Let's make sure that we are able to understand everything that I'm doing here. These are simple questions, so if you've got a question, you can ask so that we may see how we can help each other. But this is how we need to answer these questions. These are ways that you need to go about them. We now move on to the last question. The last question is, this is falling under estimations and approximations. A bag of potatoes has mass, so this is the mass 15.4 plus or minus 0.05 kg. This is a wonderful question that we are given. Find the tolerance of the mass. you are told to find the what? Tolerance of the mass. How can you find the tolerance of the mass? So I guess we are able to see this question. Let me see the people that are connected. So if you are connected, make sure you share this video with others. Make sure that you share with the other people. So how can we find the tolerance of this? For us to be able to find the tolerance, since this is the mass, this is the mass that is given, and the formula for tolerance, what we get to say, we say upper limit. So this is the formula. We say upper limit minus lower limit. So this is the formula. So that is the formula we get to use. Upper limit minus the lower limit. So what is the upper limit? Upper limit meaning we get the original mass, we add it with this one is called absolute error. This one that is given there, it is just the same as what? It is just the same as absolute error. That's what you are supposed to get. It is the absolute error. So meaning that I need to say tolerance is equal to, then upper limit I need to get the 15.4, then I say plus 0.05, 0.05. Then I say minus what? The lower limit, where I'm going to subtract. I'm going to say 15.4 minus 0.05. That is the formula that I'm going to use. I guess that is visible there at the end. I know it is not visible here, the far end. This is 15.4 minus 0.05. This part that is there. So I'm going to say tolerance is equal to, if I add here, if I add this part, I'm going to get 15.45 minus, if I subtract here, what am I going to get? I'm going to get 15 point what? So I'm going to get 3.5. That is the answer that I'm going to have. So having said that, I guess people are able to see. Having said that, then we just subtract. What is the answer there? The answer is just going to be equal to 0.1 if we try to subtract there. So that is our tolerance. This is how you need to answer such questions. So where we are going, maybe you've got challenges on how to find the absolute error. As long as you are connected, we are still together. I'm going to teach you. These are just revisions. And the good part is that the more we revise, the more you get to understand and know how to go about these things. These are simple things that I'm teaching you. So the more we revise together, the more you understand how to go about them. I guess you're able to see this, and it can be a good thing if you are writing down these particular questions. This is part of your revisions. It may not make sense, but one thing you need to understand is that it is reducing your stress each day, even as you get closer to your exams. People get to panic when exams are near. Hey, I want to do this, a person is doing this, but all this while they were just comfortably seated. So the best thing you can do is, you remember we say, so if you want to avoid the stress, the best time is now. Be studying slowly, you are moving, slowly you are advancing. You discover that you are improving, just like that. So the best time to be serious is now. There is no other time to be serious. Best time to be serious is now. If you want to be studying, make sure you are studying. After school at 5, the minutes that you get to remain with, dedicate that time into study. Get to study some. You discover that by the time you write your exams, you are going to be used. So let us now go to this last question. Write down the relative error. So they want us to find the what? the relative error. How can we find the relative error? How can we answer this question? So we are taught to find the what? Relative error. So I want to tell you that the way we get to find the relative error, we want to find the what? Relative error. So the formula for relative error for this one, we get to say this is equal to absolute error. Say absolute what? Absolute error over true measurement. Over what? True what? Measurement. This is a particular formula we get to use. And the good part is that in this question, we are given the absolute error, which is this one, which is 0.05. Over true measurement is this one, which is 15.4. Maybe someone is wondering, how did you know that this is the absolute error? If the number is just 2, like an O number, the absolute error for that number is what? 0.5. If a number is having one decimal place, like 3.5, it can be 4.2. All these numbers, their absolute error is 0.05. So this is how we get to know. This is how I knew. This one is having one decimal point. Have you seen the absolute error? Like I've told you, as long as the number is having one decimal point, this is the absolute error. If it is an odd number without a point, this is the absolute error. If it is having two decimal places like this, the absolute error is 0.005. This is the absolute error. If it is having two decimal places, so this is how I knew that, okay, this one is the absolute error. So this is what you need to do, something that you get to understand. How do we answer this? This is to cancel out these two with the multiply both sides by 100, even here by 100. Meaning the answer we are going to get on top is 5. Here we are going to get 1540. So if you want to avoid challenges, it's better you just end there. So if you know, okay, I need to avoid challenges, it's better you just end there. It's better you just end there. So you say, okay, it's better I just end here. There is no problem. So this is what we are supposed to do. So this one is what we are calling the relative what? Relative error. But if you want to say 5 there, it is 1. 5 into 15, it is 3. 5 into 4, it can't. Put a 0, then it becomes 40. 5 into 40, that is 8. So the answer is what? 1/308. Such questions do come in paper 1 where you are not allowed to use a calculator. So they get to come in paper 1 where calculators are not allowed. But I hope you've seen how I've answered these questions, and this is how you are supposed to answer such questions and handle them even as you get to prepare for your exams. Those of you that are interested in starting tuitions with me, make sure you share these videos with your friend. Tell a person that you know that Tutor Harrison, every day 05 I get to teach. Let us learn together. We are supposed to be connected. So 0971 066747. For those of you that are looking for, maybe you're outside Kawe, then I can help you with the online tuitions. So I'm here to help you at an easy way without any struggle. Thank you so much, and I guess you've learned 1 or 2 things. So this is where we are going to end from. Hope you've seen how I was answering these questions. Thank you so much for watching. We continue tomorrow. Thank you so much.